Good morning, Codex here, and today we're gonna go and grab ourselves a new Riven. It's going to be a Melee Riven. I already know that because this voice is, of course, my editing voice. And we're gonna buy a Riven from Paladino, and I'm recording this voice over because my last video where I was playing Wukong and Equinox, my AC was on because it was really sticky in my room, and the AC was not here. Like when I talk, I can hear my voice because I have a Blue Yeti. So whenever I hear something or the mic picks something up, it should normally go directly into my hand, and I will immediately know if something's wrong with the recording. So this and the last recording where I opened the Riven got effed up because the AC was really loud. I was watching in bank and it was just constantly very loud noises in the background, so I decided to make it a small little montage because I still wanted to show, hey, I opened this Riven and this Riven is kind of nice. And I decided to do this for this Riven a little bit different, since I have for this Riven also no audio, because it sounds horrible. Whenever I talk, you just basically don't even hear me, you just hear my AC doing his work, which sucks massive ass. So we're gonna go and do the Riven challenge. I didn't even check what the Riven mission is. That's why I'm probably going back, because I don't remember what the Riven mission was. Or I straight up just forgot to equip it. Yeah, I forgot to equip it. What is the challenge? I couldn't see it. I guess I have to go back, but you will know it once I put it actually in the video. So here's the Riven challenge. Oh, I think that's the defense mission. Is it the Riven with the defense mission or the Riven? Yeah, I think it's the defense mission. The Riven was like something defense mission, level 30 or higher, and the main objective is not allowed to take damage. And yeah, that's the Riven we're going to do today. So I decided to go to Kala Azar on Iris, because that's I think the lowest infested defense mission, which is level 30 or higher, I could find. Yeah, complete a defense mission with level 30 or higher enemies with a defense objective taking damage. This is the first try. I tried this with Saren, because if I just kill everything fast enough, there won't be anything that can damage the pod. Problem is, I don't. Spoiler alert! I'm not going to do it. The problem with this map is, if you do like a challenge for that, it's kind of sad that I can't show you guys my actually reaction to everything which was happening, because I do remember this being a lot of fun, but I can't show it. It sounds horrible, so I have to do this like this. The problem is on this map that some infested also will spawn behind you, or just will go around. So when you look always like me forward, some enemies will just spawn behind you and just tickle the target a little bit, and then you will already lose the Riven challenge. Of course, we get invaded from the Corpus Syndicate, and for some reason I managed to get rid of all of them before they could touch the pod for some reason. We got to wave 2, I was like, yo, I just survived the Syndicate invasion, I can do everything, and well, you're gonna see yourself. Round 3 begins, so only wave 4 and 5 left for me. I jump in always with a heavy attack to knock everyone up, or just kill them straight out. And notice my death cube. My death cube targets the target which is the closest to me, mainly, and he will sometimes turn around because he's realizing that something is behind me. I'm gonna use this in my last try as well to notice that something is indeed behind me, because Death Cube turns around and shoots the target behind me, so I know when something comes behind me. How many times did I say behind me in a sentence? I don't know. Like this, and the golden side of Death Cube will look into the camera, and of course he will shoot. So there's also an audio cue for you to know, okay, there's something behind me. I'm not sure if other sentinels have also such a easily seeable reaction to enemies. Like Death Cube actually turns around and shoots them. I'm not sure any other sentinel does that. I think the first sentinel you get in the game, the Taxon, probably does that. But I'm not sure about other sentinels. And Kavats and Kubros just do anything but that. They just walk around. I also could have went Wisp, just realizing. I didn't go Limbo straight up, because my Limbo is currently getting formed. I like started forming him like, I don't know, almost half a year ago, and there we go, this small little fucker right there, that looks like a meatball, touched the objective once, and I failed the mission. Back to Limbo. I didn't get Limbo, because my Limbo is level 7, because I formatted him, and I was like, I don't even like Limbo that much, and then I stopped playing him, and now he's just stuck at level 7 forever. Now I'm like thinking, what frame can I take? I could have taken Wisp. Then I'm gonna try Mirage with the explosive Legend domain with Mirage, small little bombs. The build is really old, so the build you saw is like the build I used to farm Korra with in Sexual Onslaught. The build is really old, which you can see on the mons, and since then I never used this build again. This build is very self-explanatory. You basically place your 2, or you can activate your 1, then you place your 2, and every loot the enemy drops will, of course, also be a bomb. Also, I can use this video to talk about a little bit about the current situation in Warframe. Today, or yesterday was the day where Nether Prime and Nether Prime Relicts, and there we go, challenge failed immediately. A charger jumped behind me and touched the target once. Nether Prime came out, and I'm very excited because Nether Prime, when Nether Prime was leaked on the subreddit, I immediately thought, good, I'm gonna put out a video where I'm gonna talk about all the weapons I want to have a Prime variation. And the Zakti was not in the video, but it was a weapon I thought looked cool. But in the video was Guandao Prime, or at least the normal variation. Or was like, if Nether Prime gets released and the leaks are true, then I want Nether Prime to have Guandao because it fits this aesthetic. And Nether Prime came out with Zakti and Guandao Prime. which made me really happy because, you know, Guando Prime looks really good. The stats look also really good. 3 meter range, I think over 30% crit chance and 2.4 crit multiplier. That seems pretty good. Of course, it has a Riven dispo of 1 because it's a new weapon. Makes sense. Every new weapon is gonna have a very low Riven dispo. Sadly, that also means some Rivens got changed. Most of my favorite weapons I normally use, like the Twin Crocker or whatever, got nerfed. Not really nerfed, the Riven dispo got lowered. So basically nerfing my Riven for it. Which is fine in my opinion. I don't have a Riven right now for the weapon anyway, which I really like, because the minus range is really harsh. I also saw that hate Rivens got nerfed, or the disposition, with nerfing I mean the disposition of the Riven got changed. I think hate and Reaper Prime Rivens got nerfed, which is very sad because Reaper Prime looks pretty cool and just really strong. But I don't see that many people actually use the Reaper Prime or the hate. And I'm kind of sad because I really wanted the hate. I didn't get the hate yet. Stalker still needs to show up and actually show me the thing. But back to the video first for a moment. We're going in now with a Nova, with a heavily strength build, meaning we should be okay with basically everything. Of course it's gonna take a while, because every target is going to get slowed immensely, but it's fine. I also did some research when I was doing a Zaku video. Zaku is actually the second Warframe the community made, if my sources are true, and Nova is actually the first Warframe the community designed. I'm not 100% sure if that's true, but I'm really sad that Zaku turned out that way they did, because Nova is such an amazing frame, loved by a lot of players, and she's just so versatile and useful in basically every mission, and Zaku is just Zaku. Of course Zaku is very interesting as well, with the cool changes with the fast untime. That's a pretty good change. I don't mind that at all, but it's still a little bit weird that DE decided to go into that direction. Challenge failed. I got a little bit mad there, because I didn't realize the enemies would actually just come from behind. There was some misposition of my 4, and of course the 4 isn't gonna last the entire round, because not every enemy is gonna spawn right away. They're gonna spawn always like in 2 or 3 steps, so you will definitely not hit all of them with your 4 on Nova. We're also getting close, I believe, to my 300th login, I think. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, we're getting close to Christmas, which also means my birthday. I have not planned anything for my birthday, but if you for some reason see no video for like 3 days in a row, that probably means that I just decided to stay in bed and not do anything. That probably means in one of the 3 days I was laying in bed because it's my birthday. But I was thinking about streaming like any kind of game. Not sure if I'm gonna stream Warframe. My internet connection is not the best. It's pretty good when I download anything. But for streaming I don't think my internet is ready. Especially since I don't live alone, so I do have everything checked out for that. But I'm not sure where I want to stream, because my audience is mainly on YouTube. With mainly I mean only on YouTube. But I know that on Twitch I could technically grow a bigger audience, or even earn a little bit faster money, because you get faster affiliated and actually can earn some money. So I'm really conflicted between these two platforms, because one, I want to stay on YouTube, even though YouTube is kind of doing not really a great job on, you know, being a free platform. But same as Twitch. Twitch is also currently with giving a lot of trouble to people that just want to stream on that platform. So I'm really conflicted. On one side, I don't have an income right now, and I could use the money to get an apartment on my own, or anything else, or maybe not be scared the next month I don't have any money to eat. That would be really great. But then again, on YouTube is my audience, and I would basically start from nothing again on Twitch, but I only have 12 subscribers, so basically I'm still at the beginning on YouTube, so it wouldn't make that much sense. But I do want to decide for one platform only. I don't want to stream on YouTube or make YouTube content and also be on Twitch. That would be a lot of work I'm not willing to do. I have a friend which is often streaming, which is also already affiliated. And he says it's a lot of fun, but it's also very draining on energy to, you know, entertain people for 3 to 8 hours. So I'm really twisted between these two options. But I just want to say thank you for listening. I normally don't do like a voiceover, so I don't know what to say actually. So I sometimes dip into some topics which you guys probably don't care about, or you should not care about, because you should just enjoy the video and not be worried about me. That's not the vibe I want to give up on my videos. Also some people and friends told me, they asked me why I even started doing YouTube. That's a topic I want to talk maybe in another video about, but for you guys I can already give you some intel. I needed myself to be concentrating on anything and try to stay productive in these days. I mean, I can't go outside. Most of my hobbies are outside with friends, and so I can't do that anymore. So I needed something to keep myself sane, and then I started recording videos. And then I got myself a new microphone, I got myself an editing software, and that's why I'm here. But back to Warframe. So, we are at wave 4 or 5, I can't read it, it's really small. But it's looking good. It's looking good. I'm always pressing my 4 when I have enough energy to keep everyone slow as fuck. And then you can see DevCube is shooting or looking at something behind me, so I turn around and see an enemy there. So if DevCube wouldn't have turned around and actually told me, hey, there's something behind you, I would have not seen the infested. That was just slowly sneaking up on me. But okay, that should be enough for wave 4, and we go to wave 5. The last wave. I was running out of bullets, so I decided to take my archgun just to make sure. My archgun is level 40, it's a Kuvalich, the archgun from Kuvaliches. Speaking of Kuvaliches, you haven't seen any Kuvaliches videos recently because I wanted to wait for Nezha Prime to come out, and I also wanted to continue my, well, my Persona 4 series, and in Persona 4 I normally record for 1 to 2 to 3 hours and then try to cut it down as much as possible, or just cut out unimportant stuff. But since Persona 4 is a very story and dialogue heavy game, I can't do that, so most of my episodes are like very forcefully cut and 30 minutes, or insanely long, like 1 hour long, because I couldn't cut that out because it's important for the story. So that's why I haven't been village hunting, because village hunting also takes a lot of time. Like village hunting, I take like for one village 2 to 3 hours, which is one recording session. Normally I record for like 1 hour and I'm like, okay, I'm done. And got the Riven, nice. But village I can cut out more. That means I have spent more time actually editing and cutting out boring stuff. And hide some memes there in the videos. But let's see what Riven we got. We got a CB Riven. That's kind of ironic, because I just got the CB, because it takes 30k cryotic to craft. So I got it and was like, why is this a good hammer? Like, it's not even a good hammer, it just has 30 status. But it's fun, it looks cool, and I want to keep it now, and then I get a Riven for it. Very good. It's not a good Riven. I mean, 200% crit chance for heavy tanks, but minus 90 crit damage. And you see 15 crit chance, not even a multiplier of 2. So of course, this is a status hammer. Let's see if we can actually roll it. I don't remember if I was able to roll it, because I'm running low on Kuvo. Oh no, I'm re-rolling my Stalfa Riven, because I thought I'm not gonna keep the CB Riven. So let's see what we get on our Stalfa Riven. On my Stalfa Riven I want like Fire Rate and I don't know, crit chance, crit damage. Here we go with the CB. What did we get? Finisher damage, status duration, and damage to infested. The status duration is nice. Yeah, that's why I take it. Good, good, good. I made the right choice. Critical chance, melee combo efficiency, minus critical damage. Again, such a weird Riven. First you're like, oh, 320% critical chance. But then minus almost 100 crit damage. Okay, we can reroll, I think, twice. So this is not the last one. Melee combo efficiency, cold and melee damage. That's cool. I'm gonna keep that. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it. It's melee damage, it's plus cold. It already has cold, but doesn't matter. There we go. Last reroll. Finisher damage, heat, damage to infested, but minus attack speed. On a hammer, the minus attack speed is not nice for me. I prefer like fast weapons, so we're gonna stay with this one. Last Riven, melee combo efficiency, cold damage, and plus melee damage. Pretty sweet. Gonna keep it. Re-rolling, probably not. But that's it for this video. I see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.